Hi, how are you today? It's been a while since I last did any video related. So today I want to sit down and talk to you about makeup brushes for our eye shape, which is puffy hooded monolid slash Asian hooded eyes, I guess. It's just complicated. I have wanted to do this video for a very long time because I feel like brushes are such an important topic. Most of the time I cannot do my makeup properly because I cannot find a brush that can fit my eye feature. But I feel like I didn't know much, so I spent the last year practicing makeup a lot, and today I finally have something to say, so let's get started. So the most important brush I think you should get is a soft liner brush. I love this Morphe Jaclyn Hue flat liner brush the most, but it is sold out on Morphe website, so the next best thing would be a soft angle liner brush. I will link all the product info and the tutorials in which I use the brushes down in the description box for you. I use this type of brush for three purposes. One is to draw wing liners. I think we have all gone through a phase where we just want to do a normal wing liner just like everybody else. And with this brush, you can dip it into any eyeshadow palette and do a very soft wing liner. Powder is very forgiving, so if you're a beginner and you mess up your eyeliner, it's not gonna look so bad. Whereas if you use liquid liner, you shake your hands for half a second and you're screwed. You can also add a few drops of mixing liquid to turn your powder eyeshadow into a very pigmented liquid liner. And that way you can have a lot of color options without having to buy a lot of liquid liners separately, which is very pricey and they usually expire faster than powder eyeshadow. The second purpose is to draw the smiling eye, which is the eye bag on the lower lid. This will help your eyes feel larger and more youthful. But I think this technique is not for everyone. My friend feels like it's gonna make her look sleepy and tired. But for me, eye bags look cute and youthful. So it depends on your taste, I guess. But it's very worth trying because I think this technique is very suitable for Asian face features, I guess. Purpose number three is to draw an extended lower lash line. I usually pair this with the smiling eye to further enlarge my eyes. The next brush I think you should get is a stiffer and smaller eyeliner brush. I use this brush for three purposes. Number one, blend out my liquid liner to create a smooth transition to my natural lash line. Number two, apply shimmery eyeshadow on the lower lid more precisely. And number three, to get a sharper wing liner compared to the result I can get from a soft liner brush. The next brush I think you should get is a blending brush that is either slanted or look exactly like this MAC 217S brush. I recently discovered an eyeshadow technique that can give our eye definition without having to apply some transition shade onto the crease, which is a phrase that we've been hearing ever since YouTube tutorials exist. That is to contour your nose bridge and your outer corner, and these two brushes are perfect for that. The MAC 217S brush is smaller, so you have more control with it, but that also means it's gonna take you longer to finish an eyeshadow look. A slanted blending brush like this is bigger, it will spread out the color faster, but you have less control. If you find your eyeshadow blending usually looks patchy, I would recommend using a pencil brush, dip into the same color, and fill in any areas that the big blending brush cannot get to. Then the next brush I think you should get is a shading brush. I use this brush for two purposes. Number one, when I finish contouring my eyes with a big blending brush in a light color, I will use a shading brush, dip it into a darker color, then apply it in the middle of the lighter color to deepen the contour. Number two, whenever I do a faded cat eye look on the outer corner, I'm gonna use a shading brush to soften the edges. Next is a bonus, not unnecessary, but if possible, get yourself a small stippling brush to powder your eyes before doing the makeup. This will help the blending go on much smoother and less patchy. For some brush shape, when you apply the product, the bristles will be horizontal to your skin. I feel like it's not gonna get to areas where you might have like acne scars, so your skin is not even. So when using a stippling brush, the bristles are nearly vertical to the skin, so I think it's gonna get the powder into even the smallest areas. It's just this point you feel a little bit overwhelmed. Trust me, it's not that complicated. You can watch the tutorials where I use these brushes in action over here. If you know anyone who needs this brush recommendation, please let me share it to them. And give this video a like so that the YouTube algorithm will ship it to other people having this eye shape. I believe you know the struggle to find makeup tutorials for our eye shape. And lastly, subscribe to my channel for more content like this in the future. Thank you for tuning in today, and I'll see you in my next video.